We'll start with Evan Barnes.
Taylor, obviously at this point now, if you can look over these last 6 games, just kind of how pressed have you been just with how efficient you guys have looked on offense just through these 6 games?
Yeah, I think we're, taking a step in the right direction. Obviously we've been preaching efficiency all summer and at the beginning of camp to these guys and they're embracing it. But we're far from a finished product. I told them there was a lot of good stuff that we had in these 6 games in preseason, definitely some areas that we definitely have to get better in. And one of it's just continuing to commit to sharing the ball and find that right balance of paint and rim scores and the 3-point line tonight. Give the Bulls a lot of credit. They turned us over 23 times. Some of that was self-inflicted wounds, a little laziness here or there, or just, trying to make the read too late. Should have made it a little bit earlier. But our guys are understanding it. They're embracing it. This is something that, we learned towards the end of last season and where our efficiency is going to be key for our offense, just being able to make the right plays at the right time, take what the defense gives us. But really impressed with our guys, what they've done in the 6 games offensively and defensively. And tonight was a great test for us against a really good team. And hopefully this continues to just build us moving forward opening night.
And on top of that, obviously, Jaren's looked more comfortable the last 2 games he's been in. At this point, do you just feel like he's beyond comfortable at this point, just doing what he's normally used to doing out there?
Yeah, I don't know. Beyond comfortable, he's just playing confidently right now. Just really love all the work that he's put in. He's really locked in. I've said that a few times. He's really locked in and to, the game plan defensively, offensively, his role, the versatility. He's playing out wide. He's playing down the middle. He's getting touches in the post, shooting from the 3-point line. This is a guy that can beat you a lot of different ways. So continue to find ways to help him get better. He's embracing that. He understands how important of a role, he plays for us in this team's success. And I love what he's doing defensively, his activity, multiple coverages, active around the rim, going in and seeking out rebounds to help us ignite our offense as well. So really impressed with what he's done over the last couple of weeks, but I knew he put a lot of work in the offseason. He's really ready to continue to take that next step this year.
Drew Hill.
Taylor, I guess it is Halloween season, but did it scare you at all when Ja took that foul in the 3rd quarter and walked off with his arm down like that?
No, I mean, the kid's super tough. Just got nicked there. Obviously just needed a couple of minutes to get back in the game. But, I wasn't scared whatsoever. I've seen him have those kind of like little stingers before and he comes right back in a few minutes. So no worries there.
Sean Coleman.
Coach, obviously through these 6 preseason games, I know at times the shots have not fallen like at the rate you might like, but the high percentage looks that, it feels like the Grizzlies may be hoping to put a feature on this year offensively. Do you feel the looks are certainly there to where you hope they would be, once the preseason was completed?
Yeah, Sean, I definitely think they're there. Tonight was an example. I thought we could have gotten some more. I think in the, first 5 preseason games, the spacing was really good. The ball movement was really good. We had some nights where, the shots were falling at a pretty high rate. I thought tonight when we did get good looks, they didn't fall. But I just kept, telling them in the timeouts, just make the right play. We'll live with the result. Execute what we got to do on the offensive end, make the right play. We'll live with a make or a miss. Defensively, make sure we're execution what we need to do. If they make a tough shot, they make a tough shot. So I'm seeing encouraging signs that our guys are understanding, where our offense has got to take the next step. We just got to be consistent and committed to it. That's going to be the biggest thing, whether shots are falling or not. But tonight, good example, we could have done a little bit better. But when we did get those opportunities, they didn't fall. But we can't get discouraged by that. And I think we've got a pretty good sample size here of how we need to play and how we got to keep getting better, when the regular season starts.
Mike Wallace.
Taylor, what have you seen from the incremental progress that Ziaire has made over the course of this preseason?
Yeah, I think the game is just, for lack of a better phrase, slowing down a little bit for him. He still has those moments where he gets sped up. But I love some of the intangibles he's bringing. The details of transition defense, one-on-one defense, rotations, won't get all into the nitty-gritty there, but I feel like he's really grasping that. And I'm seeing it on the film. I'm seeing it live in action. I think offensively, he's understanding space and where he's got to move and get to the right spots for his teammates to find him. He just finds a way to get in the right spots on offense, come up with loose balls, come up with offensive rebounds. But the game's kind of slowing down. It's going to be fast. It's going to be a marathon for him as a rookie. But as I've said about a lot of our guys, but especially him, he loves to work. He loves watching film, seeing where he can get better. And to your question, like you are seeing the incremental gains day by day. But he's going to have those rookie moments where he's spinning. But I know he's going to keep putting the work in, and this game will slow down pretty quick for him.
Jaren Brown.
Hey, Coach, how you doing? How proud are you that Brandon Clarke has gained some strides this season as in the preseason? And he was struggled last season. How proud are you of Brandon?
Yeah, I'm super proud of BC. Back playing confident, playing with great rhythm. Obviously, I think he's shooting the ball well from the outside. He's making really good reads. He's playing with force, getting downhill. He had some good looks tonight, in the mid-range, floaters that weren't falling, but back to his rookie year where he was shooting an insanely high rate and percentage there. I think he's starting to find that groove on the offensive end. And then more so than that, I really just feel like his defensive abilities have really taken a step. We've really challenged him to become a better one-on-one defender. We got to be able to switch more, on the defensive end. So he's going to guard guards a little bit more. His activity around the rim, whether it's rebounding or coming over and just trying to alter shots and block shots. He's gotten his hands on a lot of balls. So I just love the activity he's playing with on both sides of the floor, playing with a lot of force. And that's just a sign of being really confident where he's at. He and I talked the other day and he's feeling like he's in a really good spot. So I say, hey, just keep that consistency, keep putting in the work that you're doing right now. That's where you're getting those positive signs on the court and games.
We can do two more. We'll go to Evan and Drew.
Taylor, we're starting Kyle today. Just kind of what did you want to see lineup wise on the court that was different, and just kind of what's maybe the biggest change you've seen with Kyle on the floor, and then what you did with DeAnthony starting him with the starters those first two games.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I wanted to get one more look at a different lineup. Last year we finished with Kyle at the 3. Tonight's matchup, we're going to face some different matchups early in the season, small, big at the wing. Just trying to see, where guys are at, also, putting different personnel on a DeRozan, for example, a bigger wing. So I got a really good sample size just to kind of look at that. I think the chemistry is there. It's hard to get, the exact sample size in just a few games, but loved what I saw out of Dez and Melt in the starting lineup. Liked what I saw tonight. I felt like we didn't really have the tone, and that's everybody on the floor to start the game. We didn't come in with the edge like we needed to. Credit the Bulls on that one, but Kyle's a Swiss Army knife out there, can play the 3 and the 4. But I love that our bigs are playing really well. Especially BC and X are playing well. So Kyle may be playing at some at the 3, and it just creates more options for us moving forward. But I'll study a little bit more and just know that we can kind of change game to game if need be.
Drew, go ahead.
Taylor, how do you think it was healthy to get a competitive game like that today, especially right before you're going into the regular season? I know at the end you trying to keep everybody healthy, but for most of the time that the starters were in the game, it was pretty back and forth the whole way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously preseason games can go a lot of different directions. Before the regular season starts and these games count to the record books. I'm just really glad that we got this, especially our last game, and kind of gets you that motivation. I thought the physicality that the game had just was revealed itself a lot of what we need to do any given night. Also just the mentality of coming out, and when a team's got that hot start, they're coming at you defensively, offensively. You got to have that no matter who you're playing. So I was able to deliver a message after the game about what we've got to expect. This was a great litmus test coming out against a team that played really hard, and hopefully we continue to build on that moving forward. Did a lot of great stuff in 6 preseason games, but to have a game that finished this way, our guys getting that exposure for the minutes that they got tonight was really, really good for us to get, because hopefully that only motivates us to know what level we got to continue to raise day after day.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.